I need to make one still. Howdy, 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 y'all. Welcome back. Welcome to Fort Destiny, where we are doing Yosemite Forest Ranger Q&A while playing the game with the dev, Thirsty Thurston, who is in voice chat with me.
Hello, good afternoon.
Well, I have people from all over the pond, so you could say good evening. You're going to cover about half my community anyway. So let's take a real quick look. Dragon and Souls, Jojo, Simon, Robbie, Beamer, howdy, howdy. How are y'all doing today? Since the last time we played, he added a tutorial, so now we have to go read this little pinned letter on the post of the cabin. Dear Theo, thank you for coming out here and taking over my place in the valley. I hope you had a good journey. I know you've been here often as a kid, and we used to send each other all these cassette tapes. I used to carry them around with me while working all over the valley to listen to them in those times when I missed you the most. I think I misplaced some of them. Maybe they're still around somewhere? Anyway, kid, keep in mind that during the colder weather, you need some extra food and water in ya. I'm pretty sure my mushroom soup recipe should be in the bookcase somewhere. Be great. I love you, kid. Grandpa Williams. Oh, I should have said Pop Pop William, because that's what we call our grandparents here. My husband's Pop Pop. So it's going to be Pop Pop William for us, not Grandpa. That's how we do it. So let's go
That's
grab that
fine.
What's
recipe.
this old dusty leather book? Mushroom soup.
Oh,
Huh.
thank God. Okay.
I loved it when Grandpa made that.
I
for
had
us.
a double
Back
audio
in the
somewhere.
old
I
days,
couldn't
I
find
bet
it.
this
I
has
got
got
it.
a
Nice.
secret sauce
Okay.
in it.
Yeah, I'll just let you do your thing, and if you have questions,
Well,
I'll be right
I
here.
will start with a
Same
question
goes
I
for
ask
chat.
all Q&As when we start is what were you doing the moment you decided, like in real life, that you were going to actually design a video game?
Well, I am actually a content creator myself. I work in cybersecurity during the day, and did streams and videos during the evenings mostly on YouTube and Twitch. And yeah, I've always wanted to develop a game, and I've tried it before, but back then it was hard, and well, I didn't have the, how do you say, the amount of how do you say that? The amount of confidence and willpower to do it, I guess. So yeah, I had an idea, and I was talking with my community on YouTube who is developing this with me basically. They give the ideas, help with artwork. Some are doing music for the future, and yeah, eventually we were just like, okay, let's do this. Yeah.
Sounds fun. That was the right wording for it. I get that because confidence as a content creator, people think that we're like super confident people, but not really. Most content creators are actually quite shy. Like in real life, I don't really talk a whole lot. I don't have a whole lot to say. I'm a very, very shy person. I just like to let my alter
I,
ego out to play when doing content.
Yeah, you hear that a lot, right? That content creators are actually quite the introverts.
Yeah,
In
100%.
real life, I'm quite the extrovert and outgoing person as well, but I do not like crowds personally too
Yep,
much
me
because
either.
I also have autism, so I don't do really well in bigger audiences, and I can speak for an audience, but as soon as I'm at a party or something, it's just too much. I see Robbie in chat asks, "Are you a one-man team?" That is a good question and a hard question to answer. So, basically, everything you see in the game and on screen, that I did myself mostly. But like I said, the information, I get a lot of tips and feedback from the community. Simon Frost is in chat. He's my community manager. I have a few playtesters who I think are also lurking. Um, and so the actual development inside the engine, I mostly do myself. But yeah, like I said, a lot of the ideas, some artwork, like the logos for the game, are created by a close friend of mine. Um, yeah, it's basically everybody who is helping out on this is doing it as a on a voluntary basis.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so this
awesome.
is something that a lot of people are struggling with, the crafting system. So I tried to add in another tutorial, but I think something is still kind of wrong with it.
Yeah, it hung me
There you
up
go. You
on
got it.
picking up the canteen. It still has it there even though I have the canteen.
Yeah. Then you probably picked up the canteen before the book, didn't you?
I think it was book first and then canteen and then the mushrooms and stuff over here. Is
Yeah,
there a way
exactly. Yeah.
to skip that one to get to the next step?
No.
I tried dropping it
No,
on the counter and picking it back up, but that didn't work.
no, it doesn't. The way I built this is very basic and clearly not covering enough. So I need to work on that. But fun fact is actually I like yesterday or the day before I completely uh, basically threw the current project almost out the door and almost started over.
Oh.
I use a lot of assets from the Unreal Marketplace, which is a place where other people who are smarter and have more time create mechanics and artwork and like 3D models. Then you as a game developer can buy those and personalize them if you want to, or put them in as is.
Hmm.
Um, and so I started anew because the version of the whole skill and inventory system that I use has had a lot of updates. So I felt like, okay, it's a modular system, so a few other things connect into it. And in the future, when I want to add the building system, the farming system, swimming system, tree cutting system, there's a few systems that are modular to that one, but those all had updates and I was still on an older version. So I was like, okay, let's try to update this. I did it in a backup of the project, so I also can still push out necessary updates if I need to. But I think it's actually good because I learned a lot and I can also, while almost starting anew, put in more of my newer insights and optimization from the get-go instead of trying to fix it afterwards like I was going to need to do right now.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's gonna be quite a bit of work, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah, it is totally my bad for skipping the steps and just picking everything up, not thinking about it.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
see.
Frost has tested it excessively. He thinks it's best to restart. I mean,
Okay,
I
well, I can
don't
do
know
that. We're not
if
that
it.
far in, so let's go main
True.
menu because I want to show them what the tutorial tells them now. So people that were struggling previously or want to know how much hand holding
Yeah.
it does can have that answer to them too.
Um,
Some
yeah.
people like a
Yeah,
lot,
that's
some
cool.
people like a little. So we're only 5 minutes in. I can just, that is a good
Yeah,
idea.
that's cool. I hope it actually goes away. I think it should. Yeah, it should. I hope. Why is it still on the loading screen? Frost?
I'm not sure why it took so long to quit.
There we go. Yeah, I might have a slight delay on the stream, of course, while watching. So, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
a little
about
bit behind.
an 8 second delay or 5 second delay.
Mm.
But you're not
Yeah,
right
same.
here, so it might be a little bit longer for you.
Yeah. All right. Yes, there we go. Yeah, try to follow the steps like they are right now. I will try to see if I can streamline it so it is not that, yeah, like Pacifist says, one of my playtesters, try to follow it to the letter.
Okay,
It will
I can.
kick in about 5 seconds, I think. It should, or it doesn't trigger at all. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can you try go back to the desktop and reopen it? Yeah, we really need to redesign this. I am so sorry.
No, it's you're still building a game, so it's completely expected. It's actually fun to be
True.
able to play these games from the beginning through full development because then you can really see how they grew.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, it wasn't all the way done closing.
Yeah, play anyway. That's good.
Oh, it's really loud.
A lot of people say that. I guess I have to
To Yosemite
re-render the video.
You think the guy who wrote that down actually cared if
Think
he
I can
felt
do that.
welcome when he showed up here?
This is not skippable, right?
Well, it was probably old man
It
William
is.
after
You, if
all.
you keep
Good old
clicking,
granddad.
eventually it will be skipped.
Awesome.
The thing is that it loads in the menu level in the background. If I make the video skippable sooner, you're basically just gonna look at a black screen. But I don't really know yet how to add a feedback on the screen
I
to show
gotcha.
that you can skip it.
Yeah. As a scary factor. You're very interested in this game, Insuls. Awesome.
Hey, Insoles, you can get it on Steam now in early access. It's released since, what is it today? Yeah, since yesterday. Yesterday it released into early access. If you're interested, check out the Steam page, bro.
And
Or
we have
just
2
wishlist
keys
it
to
if you
give
want to
away
follow it a
also.
bit. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah. All right, there
There
we
we
go. It's
go.
working.
Okay, I'm not going to read this again since we just read it.
Yeah, just open it and close it again. That's fine.
Okay, from the
There we
plant bed.
go.
Let's do that next. I need to stop trying to 1, 2, and 3. I'm not touching anything else. We're gonna do it right this time. Sticks. Those are over here.
Yeah,
So
so
what?
the nice thing is I am currently working on choppable trees, which will give you logs. And then logs will also possibly be able to split into firewood, or there will be like smaller tree stumps that will, if you chop them down, give you firewood.
Oh, okay.
And they will burn a little bit longer than the sticks.
Nice.
Just a tiny thing.
There we go. Now we're on track. Pick up the recipe book from the bookcase now.
Yes.
Just got to do what the game's literally putting in
What's
your
this
face,
old
telling
dusty
you to
leather
do.
book? Mushroom soup. Huh. I loved it when Grandpa made that
Yes,
for
and then
us.
learn the
In the old
recipe
days, I
before
bet
you
this
walk to
has
the
got a
stove.
secret sauce in
Okay.
it.
Might have to make that a separate step, but
Trying to make sure it doesn't mess me up, so wait till I get told what to do from the dude.
yeah, you need to press tab now and learn the recipe.
Uh-huh.
Yep, there you go, and then walk to the stove, and then it should be all good.
Oh, okay, on the right-hand
Maybe.
side, you see the crafting cooking overview. Each item has a tooltip and handy info. Okay, so you do have like a little how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Don't forget the note in the bottom. Very important for new players to not get duped.
At the current time, the inventory of all crafting stations will not be saved upon exiting the game. Don't leave anything behind. Oh, okay. Noted. Because I always just walk away and I'm like, yeah, I'll make more later.
Yeah.
Inventory craft and put your ingredients in here as well as the fuel. Drag and drop or double click the items. Check up here to see if fuel is required. Turn on the crafting station. See what fuel is currently being used and how long it will burn. Burn, baby, burn. Just go and burn. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, move. There you go. Had a little bit of a lag. So let's put
No,
you
that is actually a
over.
pause on the game to not make sure that it doesn't break the tutorial, which clearly didn't
Mm.
work out.
So let's make
But
our soup and turn you on. It is Steaks, not Sticks. I am sorry, Robbie. The Southerner in me overrode the Yankee right there, and I said Sticks and not Steaks. It will never happen again. Uh, it's on mine too. Will be good to see gameplay. Hey, Mac, welcome, welcome. Every time I say that, my husband looks up. I'm like, not talking to you, babe. Okay, let's fill up that canteen for more. Let's grab the lantern.
Thank you, Robbie and Mac, for adding it to the wish list. I appreciate that.
Now, is that the end of the tutorial, or do I need to wait for something else, or do we
Nope,
just head
this
out?
is it.
Okay, just making
You're
sure
good.
before I wandered off that I
Mhm.
wasn't gonna break it. Because
Did you
everybody knows.
take a drink?
Yeah, I took a drink
Okay, cool.
and filled up the canteen. Everybody knows that there's a game, I'm the one that will break it. That's just my kind of luck.
Oh yeah, same. When I play with my friends, Sneaky, one of my friends that I also stream with sometimes, he actually I'm always the one that is just trying to not get stuck.
Hmm.
And guess what? I always get stuck, like in the weirdest places. We were playing The Division at some point, and there was a point where literally no one could get stuck, and I was just getting stuck somewhere in the level between some garbage cans. Yeah, at that point they tubed it pulling a Thurston. So yeah.
Hey, it's okay. We have if you fall off your ship in a game and you're pulling a moon. So if she seems to fall off every boat we have in every boat game we play. So yeah, we all have our little things that we fall off of. I'm actually going to go ahead and activate the first giveaway because we have 2 keys to give away. So give me 1 second while we're walking around to let me activate that. So that everybody in chat can start winning because it's going to run for 30 minutes to let everybody have a chance to get in the giveaway. Is it cutting out?
Are you using OBS?
Slobs, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have your preview screen on? As in Slobs, can you see your own stream as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you trust yourself enough, right click on the preview screen, and there should be a section for performance mode,
Uh-huh.
which will basically disable your preview so it saves resources on your computer.
Oh, that's awesome. I only want it there for
Might
the
help
first
out
like
in
30
case.
seconds to make sure it's picking everything up properly. Let me know if that fixes it. Let everybody enter in the drawing.
It seems to help out a lot.
Oh,
Oh yeah, guys, come on, bring it in.
oh, Gator, you
Don't
forgot the
forget to like
exclamation
the
mark.
stream.
Want to make sure you get in that get in that raffle.
Yeah, and one ticket also means one like, guys. Bring it on, come on.
Right. There is in the description below both Thurston's YouTube channel, so you can follow him as a creator and follow the game. Two birds, one stone, why not? And his Twitch channel is in the description below, so make sure you show him some love.
Wow, thanks. Yeah, I also do some. I'm doing lately. I'm more doing dev vlogs where I show the development process instead of playing games,
Oh, that's
which it can
neat.
also be very interesting. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I like to do that. So I'm basically just working on the game, making sure I'm not working on any spoilers or anything, of course. But then I'll let you guys just join in and watch the process. It's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that's neat. I did that with the developer of Pumpkin Days when she was done with it and started making her new game, and then she was letting her community like have a say in character customization, and it was really neat though being a part of the process of her creating the game and watching what all goes into actually making it.
Yeah.
I realized that my brain is not good enough for that. Not gonna happen. I'll be the one with
Yeah, it's
ideas.
well, those are very much needed as well. I mean, I have some ideas for myself, of course, but it's always nice to see ideas from other people. Like, I was watching a streamer play the game the other day, and we know that wildlife is coming, of course. Um, we know that wildlife is coming in the next big content update. So the deer and the squirrels that are in here right now are very uh, dumb and don't really do anything. But of course, that is a placeholder. And I was actually thinking about how can I go about when you get attacked. You know, I mean, bears and wolves don't just, they're not tame. They are not uh, docile, is that the word? I don't know.
Hmm.
They are basically predators. So if you move, they will try to eat you, basically.
Oh, okay.
But since it's a ranger game, I don't really feel like, oh no, something is trying to attack me, let's kill it, right?
Right.
I mean, it doesn't really feel like what Theo would do. And then somebody said, "What about a trank gun or a trank dart?" And I was like, "Yes, I love it."
Yeah, I was just thinking that
So
from another one that I was doing a few weeks back. Like that would actually be
yeah,
perfect for. So, what
exactly.
direction are you completely trying to take this game? Like in the end, what are your hopes for what you'll be able to do in Yosemite?
Um, oh, okay, yeah. So, um, what I hope to accomplish eventually. So we have a basic story lined out for where the story of Theo is gonna go. So this game is of course a story-driven game. There's not a whole bunch of story to explore yet. I don't think the letters were in the game your previous stream, were
No,
they?
they were not.
No. So there will be letters in the game that you can find in and around the cabins. There will be news articles that basically, or like newspapers, I should say, that basically um, give a little bit of backstory or just some side story. And then, of course, we have the tapes, and the tapes are a medium to bring the story through the memories of Theodore. So Theo, as a kid, always used to visit his grandfather, who before him was the forest ranger, as you saw in the letter on the post of the cabin.
Mhm.
And since it's now 1982, the math doesn't completely work, but don't tell anyone. They used to send each other cassette tapes instead of letters because Theodore's grandfather thought it would be more interactive. And since telephones weren't really a thing and reception in the valley is pretty hard in those times, at least that's what the story will tell you, um, they decided to send each other tapes through the mail. And that is basically how they stayed in contact when they weren't visiting. So that's a nice direction also to have some extra voice interaction and not just have it quiet all the time.
Mhm.
So the main course right now is to find the tapes and learn about the story so far. And with each update, the story will continue. And well, like the Steam store page also says,
Getting a
the
little
story is quite
turnaround, but pretty sure the
emotional
camping
and
ground's just over that
uh,
way.
rich in emotion, I guess. It's yeah. He didn't come to the valley for tranquility because he was very happy and had such a good life. Let's put it like that. I will not spoil too much, but
Oh, okay.
he had a pretty rough past, basically. So, or he been through a lot, I should say. And that's the reason he is here right now to just let it behind him. But there is also a catch, and there is actually a clue about that in the trailer. I'm not gonna say what it is or what happened, but maybe you'll find it out. Um, and that's that. Yeah. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, he is here now, and basically the point of the game is for you as a player to find out the story about Theodore. What's his past been like? Why is he here? What drives him? What drove him? And then gameplay wise, so right now you see just the base of the game that we are going to build upon. So, like I said, the first big content update will be wildlife. That will bring a lot of animals into the game. It will bring trapping, as like bear traps and such, to get meat, because you also need to kind of, as a park ranger, control the population. But since I don't really like the idea of hunting, at least there is gonna be hunting, but just with a basic bow and arrow, because I mean, I'm European and I don't know a whole lot about guns. Well, I kind of do, but I just don't
I'm
feel like
Texan.
he
I
would
know
be a
everything.
exactly, yeah. But I don't feel like Theo would be a hardcore gunslinger or anything. So has a bow and arrow because it is a more true to nature weapon, I guess,
Yeah, no, I get
or a
that.
more native weapon. Uh, he has traps. I want to focus more on trapping. So in the beginning, at least now, I will have in the start of the wildlife there will be a bear trap that you can set, and then there is just basically you have to just wait until an animal walks into it, and then you can uh, harvest the animal. I guess you would say. So that's the wildlife update first. There will be farming, like a very advanced farming system. So you can plant berries, trees, crops, so you can stay alive easier. Um, of course, the crafting system will be expanded on, so more craftables, more recipes, more food, basically just more stuff to do. And then eventually, like all the way in the end, the whole story will be available, and in smaller updates and other bigger content updates, there will also be like a building system. So where you can either build a cabin yourself from scratch, or have a cabin prefab and then furnish it.
Oh,
And then
okay.
the furniture you have to craft yourself with, like finding skills and recipes for different furniture crafting. So, for example, I mean, Theo came from the big city. He always had like an office job, so he doesn't really know how to build a chair, right? So he can find a book, or maybe on TV there will be a TV show, or on the radio. I don't know yet how I'm gonna deliver it, but he will find a recipe in some sort of way to learn how to build a chair. Then you will be able to craft the
Ah.
chair at some station, and that will probably a designated POI, like a workshop that used to be part of the valley or something. And then you can craft the furniture and furnish the cabins. And then eventually I've also been thinking about NPCs and such. I was thinking like, you haven't been to the abandoned village yet, right?
No, this is as far as I've. Well, I
No.
went further in my first video, but I didn't get to any villages yet. I kind of just wandered around looking for mushrooms.
As you should. Yeah, pick up the tape first.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was going to talk, so I didn't want it to talk over you.
Man, I sounded so silly in those old tapes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dragon is asking, will this game remain purely single player, or do you have plans to go with a multiplayer concept and develop a community-style village?
After you pick up the tape, I will respond to that.
Oh, I already picked it up.
Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of delay. So until the complete story is delivered in the game, remember to breathe. Yeah, I'm sorry, Frost. I'm so excited. Okay. Um, oh, and the transfer all button. Yeah, if you are crafting, there is a button next to the search bar of the inventory of your crafting station, which has two small arrows, if you can even see that.
Here, I'm going to go to it so I
Um,
can show them too.
yeah, oh, it's also in the top of your inventory. It's the same button. So if you open your inventory with tab, then all the way in the button, in the top, you have a search bar, and
Oh,
there are two
yeah.
small arrows next to it, which is transfer all, which might come in handy if you're crafting a lot in a queue.
Yeah.
Um, so multiplayer. Until the complete story of the game is delivered, there will not be a multiplayer because this game has a story-driven concept, which means that there is no for the future of the story as well. There is no reason to bring in an extra player. However, I might think about maybe, but I'm not going to do any promises, so don't hold me to it because I have no idea how that's going to work out. But if the whole game is full released and it's all the story and gameplay is all there, maybe I can think of a sandbox game mode where you can co-op in multiplayer just to live off the land.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know yet, but I might look into that after we're there. Um,
And you
but
were
yeah,
very
the whole
right,
furnish.
Simon. That was a very almost invisible road. Hey, I found it.
So and then so that's basically where the game is gonna go. We have a few bigger content updates, which you can also see on the Steam Store page, which holds some of the bigger ideas that will be implemented in the future. But the most important part of it is just to tell the story and get you moved and feel feelings, I guess. Yeah.
Robbie said, as long as we get a nice voice like hearing Delilah, please take my money. He said he's getting Firewatch vibes.
Yeah, that I took a lot of inspiration from Firewatch. I love that game, but I felt like it was, well, eventually they came with a open world sandbox kind of mode. But I would have loved when the game came out to have an open world idea and have more of the foraging and living off the land. But I love the idea of it, so yeah, that's why we also go with voice lines, which are basically right now either, well, I'll leave that up to you. It's either Theo's thinking or he has paranoia and he just talks to himself out loud. I'll leave that up to the players.
Hey, just because you talk to them out yourself out loud does not mean you're paranoid. Only if you answer
No, that's
yourself are you paranoid. We have to. We
but
have
he
to.
does.
Oh, he answered himself too. Okay, well
Yeah.
then there's that.
I mean, I talk to myself all the time. I like to think I'm not paranoid. Don't ask my wife, but
Right? My husband will tell you there's about 10 different versions of me. Which one do you want him to answer about? Mitzi and Cad,
yeah.
welcome, welcome. If you want to enter the drawing, we're doing a raffle right now. Just type exclamation mark winning for a key to the game. I think there's about 15, 17 minutes left on the drawing. I'm just kind of wandering. I need to find that Firewatch, but I need to find a sign. And I'm pretty sure I went the wrong way, so I think I'm going to backtrack and then sleep at that camp tonight. And then head back out first thing in the morning. Now, are you planning on keeping the price at what you have it now? Or are you planning on, as you add content, like some people will start bringing the price up?
Yes, I am thinking it also kind of depends on the sales and everything, but because I am a solo dev that is buying all the assets to save development time basically, so I can bring you guys the updates quicker. I am thinking of when a bigger content update drops, I will up the price by, I don't know, like a few dollars. It's not gonna be a lot of money, but it's basically right now it's 8.99. If the first content update drops, it might be, I don't know, 10.99 or at 11.99. I'm talking about loose pocket change basically.
Now, do you have a site or somewhere where
And
people can go to donate to the development of the game?
No. I mean, I have my PayPal, which is basically where I buy all the assets
Yeah, no,
from.
I get that.
No, I'm actually think I want to do a Kickstarter. I have a pretty cool idea for Kickstarter tiers, or I saw this in another Kickstarter game. They had like one of the higher tiers. I think it was $50 donations or something. Then people could send in a picture of their pet, and the pet would be then in the game as a photo frame, a frame picture in one of the cabins, for example.
Oh, that's
I would
neat.
love that. Yeah, I love to do that. The thing is, I have zero experience or knowledge of crowdfunding.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we actually in our Discord we have a section that is called skills and contribution. I think it's called from the top of my mind. And there's actually like a few well, we're searching for people who have time and want to volunteer a little bit of their time with to help us with some of their knowledge or skills if they have those. We're also looking for artists or people who can write music. And I know that a lot of these things, of course, cost money. That's the reason why it's all a bit slower because, well, basically we don't have any.
Right.
Um, and we're trying to do it like everybody who is working on this has been doing it on a voluntary basis. And the whole idea of the game is not to make a profit per se. That's why I set I think, a pretty reasonable lower price. Because I also try to be honest with and open with what you get, right? I mean, the game is not finished yet. It is early access. There are a lot of early access games that have way more uh, gameplay or mechanics or elements in their game which are around the same price. Uh, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I also know that uh, I'm not a developer. I mean, I am now, but I haven't been to school or anything. I'm learning as I go. So I just want to be open and fair about the price. So that's why it's, I think, a good price. But
Simon said
where
point
was it?
system information.
Point system information. Yeah, sounds good, Frost. I have no idea what you're talking about. I see you DM'd me. Let me check that.
All tents can't be slept in. Yeah, I discovered that. Thank you very much. Oh, can be slept in. Really? I wasn't getting the sleep option. We found one though.
Yes, some of them are sleepable, some of them are not. Oh, to level up. Yeah, so if you level up, oh yeah, you have, that's what you mean. Yeah, if you open your inventory, in the middle where your health bars are, on top of that, you see
Oh
like attributes
yeah.
points and then a number. You can basically up your stats, for example, your stamina or your food or water, whichever you feel like you need most, by clicking the plus sign next to it, and that will upgrade it a little bit. For every level up you do, you get one attribute point.
Okay. And we
So
have.
don't put it in oxygen because you don't need it now. But I would say maybe hunger, thirst, or stamina. A lot of people love the stamina because it goes down too fast.
Oh yeah. I'll have to do that one next. I am auto programmed to
Yeah,
immediately put it into health first because I die so much.
this game is pretty gracious for now. with your health. If you basically jump off a mountain, um, you will survive 80% of the time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's not good.
Gator Girl said, I think Minnie will enjoy this game. Looks awesome for an early build. And Mitzi said, very good graphics for the game.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so um, thank you. Yeah, I agree. It looks pretty good, but like you see, there are a few bugs here and there. I mean, what early access game doesn't have bugs?
Exactly.
But that is also because I'm buying the assets from the marketplace. I can't do 3D
Set
modeling.
off
We
in the
have,
distance.
I think, one or two
Send a
people
fire
who know
tower.
a little bit about 3D modeling. I would love to have some people who can do some custom models. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Everybody who is contributing does it voluntary. So every dollar that we make from the sales of the game, we put it back into the development process. So right now with the sales of the early access, I'm actually basically just trying to get even for all the assets I have now that I bought, and then once we start making, well, quote unquote, a profit on top of that, it will be put back into assets or hiring people to, like experts to help out with the process. So yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's yeah, I'm not doing it for the money. I do it for the passion. Oh yeah, you can press V to go in first person mode. Some people
Oh,
like that
thank
more.
you. Oh, another canteen. I'll take that. Oh, we got a little camping stove we can cook on now.
Yep.
Let's make some more soup. After we turn on the oven. Let's
Yeah.
say. Notice he said for now, lol.
Yeah. I say a lot for now and yet when people ask about stuff because I have a lot of ideas and a lot of things that will make it maybe harder in the future or maybe easier. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Oh, there's two canteens. They stack. Okay. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
missing a canteen. Nope, they stack. And can I make more? I can. I'm just going to make all the soup so that we are good to go in case we don't find something else for a little bit. Okay, let's turn you off. Transfer all you back. Don't leave your stuff. I heeded the warning. Is there anything here? No. Uh, do you stream it and post funds needed to upgrade? Gator Girl asked.
I stream the development, like I said earlier, myself. Yes, I don't stream the game that much because, as much as I love creating it, just like Frost feels, I can't play this for fun anymore.
Yeah.
Mostly because, of course, I know where everything is, so it's not really a challenge for me, or I don't know. But it's also when I create something or I build a certain system, I first test it myself before I send it off to the playtesters. So I have a lot of hours into the game that you don't see on Steam because I play it straight from the editor. But Frost with the sweat tears,
Oh, I missed the
sweat
wall
smiles.
map.
Yeah, there is a wall map inside the building. So if you need a map, you can
Yep,
find it there
we are
to look
going.
at. You can't take it yet, but
We're going
I
back up
mean,
to take a little peek see.
yeah, go ahead.
Now, if you would
But
like, if you send me the link to your PayPal where you're taking donations or where you can take some from, I can put that in the description below once the stream is over. So anybody that watches it
yeah, we
later
can
or
do that.
watching it now is able to at least they can jot that down or save it. So if they decide they want to send money to help with the backing of the game, they are able.
Yeah, we would appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I also have on my channel. If you go to my YouTube channel, I don't want to do self promotion. I'm so sorry, but on my YouTube channel is the Streamlabs link in the description where you can also do the donation through PayPal. But I will send you a link as well. And we need to get working on this crowdfunding thing. I think it's a very lucrative option to explore.
Yeah, I really
Like I
think so
said,
too.
yeah, I don't have the experience, and I like to know what I would get into. But I think we just got to do it.
I don't
I
consider
think
it
we just got.
self-promoting when I already told everybody in the beginning that all your links were in the description below. So that is not
True.
self-promoting. So you are free.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's always a little. It feels a little weird or wrong to say it like that.
Yeah,
It's
I don't do it
I
either, so
don't
I
know.
understand. But nope, everybody already knows your links are there, so I would just like to add your donation link. So
All
anybody
right,
that's
we'll do.
watching would like to know. Did it say? I don't think it said where we were on the map, so I think we're gonna keep.
No, it did not, but I can point it out to you if you want.
Oh, let me go back. I realized that after I walked away. I'm trying to watch chat and walk at the same time, so I'm trying to not walk into things or walk off places, which I'm really good at. I suggest that as your game is developing, that you create a wiki for it. Dragon says.
Oh, that's a good one, actually. Yeah, I like that. Frost, can you write it down somewhere? No, actually, I have a notepad right here. Let me write it down. But yeah, that's a good one. We are also looking into having more ways of telling people about the current roadmap. Like we have a roadmap with ideas, but so that's another thing. People ask like, do you have a roadmap and do you have like dates or ideas of when the updates will come? And that's a very hard one because I'm learning as I go. I try to make things good, and yeah, I don't know. Okay, so basically on this map, you have the cabin on the lake.
Hmm.
That's the starting cabin. And straight to the right of that is a fire tower. That's the one you are at currently. That's the northeast fire tower. And I'd like to point out right as well, now that you're standing here, that if you look at the wind rows, or what do you call it, the compass thing on the map itself, that the top side of the map is not necessarily north.
Oh, I see that. So when you said the Northeast, I was like, wait, that's not the most Northeast. But now that you say that, aha!
Exactly. And a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, what is why do you do that? Can you just turn the map?" No, it is the Yosemite Valley, and I am bound to the electromagnetic fields of the Earth. Okay,
Right? That's
so the
great.
ridge, yeah, the ridge over there is the actual north. I just noticed that this map does not have the radio tower. Interesting.
Huh.
I'm writing it down.
So
Or maybe
the
I'll leave it like that because it's an older map. I don't know.
yeah, or to
We'll
do a
find a
more
way.
updated map at a different radio tower
Nice. Yeah.
or in a cabin.
Yeah, you can find a map to hold, but you have to find it. I can tell you where it is if you want to move things along, but
Oh,
you
that goes
can
against
find a map
everything.
that you can take with you. Sorry?
I said I couldn't do that. I don't do spoilers, so we're just gonna have to take it the long
Okay,
way.
cool.
That means we got to cover it longer. But it takes
Yeah,
the fun
I'm
out of it
fine.
if I know where things are. Like I don't get the excitement to go discover it, and that rush when you find something
I
you've been
agree.
looking for. So yeah, I actually have
Yeah, I
mods
agree,
that
but
monitor my comments for anybody that types a spoiler, and they remove it before I even see it.
nice. Yeah, that's why I gave you the option. I
No,
know
I
people like
appreciate
that.
that.
I like that myself too, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, then go
Cabins this
go
way.
go explore.
We're gonna
Um
follow the signs right
Coffee
now.
time. It must be.
Yeah, I'm still drinking
Yeah,
coffee from this
that's
morning, Mac. I understand.
my coffee is already gone.
Hey, Butch, welcome, welcome. We are in the middle of a giveaway. You got a few more minutes if you want to type exclamation mark winning to enter it. If not, there'll be another one. Probably as soon as the first one ends, we'll do the next one because there's a 30-minute counter on them, so everybody gets a chance to get in. Hey, baby. There you go. Welcome back, Simon. Or are you telling me to go back? Oh, thank you, baby.
No, he was gone for a sec, I guess.
Okay, I was like, wait, am I
Maybe he had
supposed to
to
go
get
back?
coffee as well. Yeah, it could have been. No, you're fine. Uh,
We're just following the road to see if we can get to the cabins next. You're welcome, Butch. How's Von Hada and the kiddos? Hey, Liana. Welcome, welcome. How are you? You missed a little bit of the storyline.
not that much though. Most of the storyline is in the cassette tapes that you have to find, so
Yeah,
should be
now the
good.
one cassette tape that I found Do I play that somewhere or?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So the idea of
Hello,
this currently is
Mister.
you find the
I
tapes
forget your name.
scattered around
You still live here?
the valley, as you
I
could
guess
have seen
not.
in the first
Well, let's go
letter.
see if you offer me
Um,
anything.
I'll repeat that for who said that, who was later. I'm sorry, I didn't see your name.
Butch.
The Butch. Okay, yeah. So the thing is, Butch, at the start of the game, there was a letter pinned to the starting cabin, and it basically was a letter from your grandfather that said that they used to send remember how we used to send those cassette tapes to each other every time or all the time. I used to take them with me on my work throughout the valley, but I might have misplaced some of them. Maybe they're still around somewhere. So the idea is Theodore Thompson, the main character, and his grandfather, who was the park ranger before him, used to send cassette tapes to each other, and his grandfather lost them because he missed him so much, tried to take the tapes along with him so he could listen to them on the road, misplaced them, and you're basically finding the tapes back again, so you get the backstory of Theodore Thompson as the player. That's in short. Okay, go for the letter.
The drawing just ended, so I was going to go ahead and do the raffle real quick, and then we will read the
Oh,
letter.
yeah, good one. Good one.
So let's go ahead and
Drum roll.
Yosemite Forest Ranger. Yosemite Forest Ranger.
Forest
No, that's next
Stranger.
week.
Yep.
Yes, I got my Q&As backwards. I'm doing survival next week. This is Yosemite today. Okay, let's see. Get caught up on chat. I'm gonna make the suspense go for a moment while I get caught up on chat for you. For us both, Leona said she's good. How are you doing? I'm doing great, Leona. How are you doing, Thurston?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Cad says this game looks like it has great potential. I can't wait to see how far we get. And Butch said she's mean like always, but it's Friday, so I guess she's good. Just finishing up work. Nice. I used to love recording over tape cassettes. Great story. I really like the idea. So let's pick a winner, and then we'll start the next drawing. And these are courtesy of Thurston, these keys, so make sure y'all thank him. Oh, I hope he's back, because he was AFK, but he was only getting coffee, so he is still in the stream, therefore he does qualify for this. Well, congratulations, Mac Attack. Make sure you send me a DM so I can send you back the key, either on Steam or on Discord. You have me on both, I believe, so. And then we're going to start the next drawing, so let's complete this one. And I gotta remember how to do it, and start giveaway.
Oh yeah, that's true. Frost says that the game is actually only paused with escape and not when you open the inventory.
Oh, I knew that too. I just didn't think about it. Oh,
okay.
Get this Epic Games thing off my thing. Okay, so let's read this letter. So everybody else has one more chance to win a key to this very fun developing game. Hey, Mr. Thompson. No need for you to take care of our cabin during our absence. The mailman offered to check in for us. Mrs. Boone. Well, we're going to check in anyway.
Doors locked.
Oh.
Windows locked. Can't get in. Guess I'll have to look around and find a key.
I was going to say, or we could just, they're gone. I'm sure we could pick that lock. No problem at all. I mean, we would never do something like that. That would be wrong.
Ah, it's broken.
Yeah, but maybe there is a hint there.
Why did that person sound like a pirate?
Ah, it's broken.
I don't know.
Oh, when I hit the engine, it sounded like a pirate.
That is Simon, actually.
Oh,
he was, yeah, so that's also, of course, Theodore's voice. But our voice actor is out of the running a little bit, and since we wanted to release early access, we had Frost do some, how do you say that, placeholder voice lines for the generator.
No, that was great.
So, yeah.
That took me off guard. I was like, wait a minute, I got to listen to that again. Okay.
Yeah, if you listen really well to the trailer, you might spot him as well, but I'm not gonna say it.
Doors locked. Windows locked. Can't get in.
There's no doormat. Is there one of those rocks that look like rocks, but they're really key holders that don't fool anybody? Nothing we can interact with.
Are you asking or just thinking out loud?
Oh, no, I'm thinking out loud.
All right. I'll let you search for a bit.
Yeah, I'll search for a minute.
Shiver me timbers. Yeah, Frost said read the letter again.
Oh.
Might work.
Oh, the mailman is checking in for us. That was very obvious, and I totally missed it. Thank you, because I wouldn't have thought about that. There we go. Old rusty key. You know, when you overlook the completely obvious, I do that very often. It's not breaking and entering, y'all. Don't freak out. We had the key.
We were basically invited, almost, kind of, maybe.
Yeah.
What happened to the generator?
Generator is broken, my dude. Oh, what do we got here?
Hey, it's another recording.
Nice. 2 cassettes found. Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah, so with the cassettes, you find them and you bring them back to a radio in the area. No worry about any what you call it, copyright or anything. There is no music yet in the game or on the radio. If you press the turn on button, you will just hear static sound effects. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. Um, and in the future, we are going to make a way. If we finally have music, that is, we want, of course, DMCA free kind of music that you can just use as a streamer. Since I'm a streamer as well, I know the struggles. So then you will get a prompt somewhere to look into the radio tower more closely and fix it, and then you might find a radio signal. Maybe.
Okay.
Probably.
And yes, you did win, Mac. Welcome. Or congratulations again, not welcome. Ah. And let me see. I'm always over last looking everything even worse when recording. Yeah, when I'm recording or streaming, I overlook a lot more because I'm not focused so much on the game as I am trying to make sure I don't stop talking. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit the radio and let's check tapes. If we can. Play. This tape. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it sucked. I had to miss that summer is what it's called. Or do we want to wait and listen to the tapes in order?
No, for now it doesn't really matter yet.
Okay.
Hey, Grandpa. I just wanted to say hi and that I miss you, and I'm not going to be able to come over this summer because I got hurt at soccer. I should be good maybe to come see you in the fall, but, you know, I just wanted to make sure you know I was thinking about you, and I'll see you soon.
I am totally getting like some nostalgia with these cassettes. Hubby sending me mixtapes when we were first dating.
Hey, Grandpa. Just want to say thank you for the amazing summer that we had, and I'm not going to forget any of the stuff you taught me. And it was a lot of fun to, you know, spend the summer with you and work around the park and put that birdhouse up behind the community center, and yeah, just a lot of fun, and taught me so much. I promise I won't forget. You know, about the mushrooms and about the herbs and spices and all the stuff that you learned from Grandma, and, you know, then just passing down to me. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon again. Bye.
I also love the no reading part, Butch. Not gonna lie.
Same.
Okay, so that was super neat though. That learn a little history of him and his pop.
Yeah.
No reading is
and
always
the reason
great.
that we, yeah, the reason we went for the I mean, the letters and the newspapers will have a small amount of reading, but the whole idea of the tapes is, of course, that it's way more lively, I guess, than
It's
just
more
another
immersive.
novel. Yeah, exactly. That's the right term for it. Plus, I mean, we have all seen the games where you have to pick up letters and you're basically just spending most of your time reading novels instead of letters. I mean,
Right, yeah. There's a couple of games that I play that I'm like, oh my god, am I ever gonna get a chance to stop reading and play the game? Or is this the
yeah,
game?
exactly. Yeah, but I mean, exactly. I mean, reading letters is not fun for a streamer.
No.
And as a streamer, I know that. So I try to. So that's another thing. I Ken Zalone is another content creator who also did some content on the video, and he was very happy with the fact that a content creator was creating a game because they know the struggles of content creators. And
Uh-huh.
I do. I mean, kind of. I mean, I'm not really big, but and that is part of the fun.
Yeah, but you
Um,
don't have to be
so
big to
yeah.
know what it goes into to give your heart and soul to making content, though. If it's really not just a hobby and it's something you really do because you love it and you want to build a community because of your love for gaming, then you don't need a million subs to know. I think you know at sub
No,
one.
that's very true. Very true. Yeah, I have a few friend. I have a friend with who just reached 1 million, and I mean, the members on his channel are like the closer knit group,
Hmm.
more so than all the subscribers. And yeah, I have a few members that are basically always there, and it's like those tight knit groups that make it worth the while. I mean,
Hmm.
every viewer makes it worth the while, and everybody does. But it's like I love the interaction with the people, like live streams and having chat here with questions and their opinions. I love it. It's great.
Indeed. Robbie's singing, and Mitzi said, bringing back the good times. Butch says, I don't play games to read. I play to get away from reading. So thanks, Deb. Thank you. And Butch said, well said, Army Mom. Thanks for saying that. Oh, no. That's how I see it, at least. Seems that the Fallout game series had a good combination between reading and listening to tapes and things. Yeah, they did do a good job of balancing that, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Okay, let's read this next letter. Dear Mr. Thompson, we had to pack up real quick at the last moment. We had an emergency back home. We'll be back someday. Feel free to use our cabin in the meantime. I just don't remember what we did with the key. I'll let you know when I remember. With kind regards, Mrs. Fudd. Well, how are you going to let me know when we're off the grid so I know our cell phone doesn't work out here?
Doors locked, windows locked, can't get in.
We'll find a way.
Oh, I'm sure we will. I'm going to look around real quick because we need to find somewhere to sleep before nightfall hits.
That would be nice. Nah, she'll just call you on your new iPhone 13X to tell you
All
that
right.
she found a.
Well, I mean, I am off the grid where we live, and we are completely in the middle of the woods. And I know there's only like two parts of my house where I even get cell service. So I guarantee you out here, you're not getting a signal. Not happening. I can't even go up to mom's and get a signal. And that's like 5 acres away.
Nice. Yeah, that's why the whole tape part. I mean, there is a radio tower in the valley that you could find, and that might in the future give some opportunities towards exploration for that part. I haven't really have ideas about that yet, except for maybe some music, but there could be a bunch more. I don't know yet.
Cat said
But
carrier
yeah,
pigeon.
yeah, exactly.
Send the dog with a note around its collar. We're just
Yeah.
going to continue down the
Wildlife
road.
update.
Right?
Wildlife update. Carrier pigeons now available. Yeah.
That would be hilarious, though. Honestly, I'm editing right now and I had to stop because this is really helping me keep pushing. It's very easy to quit and just game to game. It is indeed. Like I'm about to have to go work full time or go back to work full time to help hubby with some bills and stuff we have. But my channel's not. I'm not ending it. My channel. I'm just gonna go to one video a day and like 3 streams a week. But I love my
Hmm.
community way too much. Like they've gotten us through some really tough spots. So, but it is easy sometimes to just feel like, okay, I'm not growing. I'm done. But that's when you got to
Yeah.
push yourself harder.
Yeah, and don't think about the growth as a main reason to do it. That is like if anybody, I've had people that ask like, I want to be a YouTuber. Do you have any tips? The biggest tip I can give anyone is do not do it to grow or to be a big YouTuber and make money of it. It's not gonna happen in 10 or 20 years, I can tell you that.
Right?
But do it for the hobby and for being with people who also have the same passion, which is gaming and being around other gamers. That is why you should do it.
Yeah, and I
And
have
that's where you
met
will get your satisfaction. Yeah.
some of my absolute best friends now through the channel. So
Yeah,
you
exactly.
will meet
Yeah.
some trolls, but you will also meet some very amazing people.
Yeah, definitely. Last year, we when the COVID guidelines allowed us to go outside again or to meet up with people, I did a YouTube meetup, and I live in the Netherlands, in Europe, and Mr. Frost Simon, he lives in Denmark, and then a few other friends live in Sweden, uh, and another friend from America. They all came to the Netherlands for a weekend to meet up, to have a meetup. That was so great. So there were people coming all over the world, coming to the Netherlands to just hang out for a day or a weekend as a group who knew each other solely online through being a YouTube community. That's so
That's
so
amazing. I
valuable.
mean, that makes me anxious as heck just thinking about that, but it's
Yeah.
still amazing.
it yeah, it did with me too at the start, but like I said, I'm also kind of an outgoing person, so I also love the being around people, just not for too long.
Right?
Otherwise, I get yeah, I get overstimulated. But yeah, it was great,
Do you need help,
and
babe?
like
Go ahead, sorry.
no, it's okay. Like how many people were there for us? I think in the end we had like was it 14 people coming there? I think
That
it was
is awesome.
14. Yeah, and then we had like I think 4 or 5 who stayed the whole weekend in the hotel, and then the rest just came on Saturday, and we basically just hung out at a park. And most of those who came for the one day more. There were more, really? I have no idea how much it were. There is actually a live stream of that day on the channel if you want to see how it went. It was hilarious and crazy. It was so much fun. Oh, it was so good.
That sounds like a lot of
Yeah,
fun. Hey, Juan
yeah,
Hada,
it
welcome,
was.
welcome. You're in time to enter the drawing. If you would like to type in exclamation mark winning to enter it. Oh, I don't know if I'm going the right way. It looked like a road, so I'm taking it.
Yeah, it is a road.
Everyone look out, Juan Hada's on her way. 22, the
That's
passive
great,
has said.
Butch. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, Pacifist was one of the Dutch people who stayed the whole weekend as well.
Nice.
And yeah, 7 in the hotel. We're at 7, really? Wow. 7 in the hotel for the whole weekend, and we basically hang out then in the evenings and had breakfast together in the mornings. And then on Saturday we hang out with 22 people. Yeah, it was great. So good.
Thank you, babe. He turned on the AC. I love you.
Nice.
And it was
It's
getting hot.
important to show the appreciation for the partners who are always on our backends to help
Yep,
us out as well.
our number 1 fans.
Exactly.
Nobody gets that spot hubby has, even though he never watches my content, but he's sitting beside me when I'm streaming and stuff, and therefore, number 1 fan.
And they're putting up with us being basically behind the computer for a few nights a week.
Yep. No worries, Mac Attack. Thank you for coming by. Make sure you send me that DM if you haven't already, and I'll get you that key sent over. Have a great evening. Thank you, Beamer. Don't forget to hit that like button. Y'all are awesome. Aw, thank you, Juanita. I appreciate that. Now, are there supposed to be like game sounds and stuff, or do I have that turned down too low? I just realized I'm not hearing
um,
any like world
there,
sounds.
yeah, there is. Um, you haven't found the map yet, right now. So yeah, there should be some ambient sounds like birds chirping and that sort of stuff. And in the night, you should hear some crickets and such, I think.
Oh, why is that on 0?
Because before that slider was called music, and I think
Oh, yeah, I had
yeah,
that on 0.
yeah.
Okay, well, hey, better late than never to realize there was no sound. There we go.
Yeah, a lot of people actually love the sound design. So it's like because there is no music, you basically are just there one with nature, I guess. And even in the storms and the snow, you hear the crunching of the snow underneath your boots, and it's just it's so good.
trying to stay on this road, but I'm trying to also be observant.
Fireflies. And, oh.
Yeah, I just saw those. Or Tinkerbells, as my granddaughter says. Will there be wolves howling?
There should be in the sound, yes. There are no wolves in the game yet. But there is in the sound clip, you will hear them already to know what's coming for you.
To think they're coming for you. Just to
Yeah,
freak
maybe
you
they will,
out.
maybe they will. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
That's me. As soon as I hear something like that, I'm looking all the way around and I'm like, nope, nope, nope. I don't want to die. But the
But just the
graphics are
graphics are,
beautiful. Oh, we
yeah.
both got at the same time.
Sorry.
Great minds. You're good.
Yeah, I like the graphics a lot too. That's one of the things I was really pushing for, because I thought with a realistic and emotional story, you should have a semi-photorealistic experience. And I think we did pretty well, but therefore the optimization is really important and still has some ways to go. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, I am redoing most of the code base of the most basic stuff of the system. So I hope that by now using some better practices than I did before, I might end up making the performance a bit better code-wise. So we have to see if it actually does, but good games always are a little bit more heavy. And the nice part about it is some people can't play a game that has less than 60 FPS. I can get that. If it's a shooter or a survival game that has a lot of action. This game is relaxing and basically, yeah, I'm sorry. Just keep on following the path back.
Yeah, I saw something else. But I gotta find the path again.
What was I saying? Yeah, so this game runs now, I think with some optimization that we did a little bit back, it should be on like an average between, I think, well, depending on your system, of course, between 35 in heavier moments and 50 or 60, I guess, depending on the settings and your system, basically. But yeah, yeah. I don't mind that it's lower because you're supposed to be enjoying the environment and exploring. So, of course, we want to get it up, but that's always a very hard challenge to find a good balance between looks and performance. Yeah.
I see something in the distance, but are we gonna break our ankle trying to get across this?
Maybe.
I know, right? Hunger can be enough sometimes. For dangers in the game, you are not wrong. On my first episode I did of this, boy, did I struggle. That was rough, but now that I understand it more and not getting hit with a blizzard 3 minutes in, it's a lot more calm.
Yeah, we changed a lot of that.
It's like I haven't even found a mushroom yet, and I'm getting a blizzard. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was something I tried to change that before, but I was still too not strict with it, I guess, because there is, like in the weather system, there are what they call weather probabilities per season, but they blend through the season a little bit. So if right now you're on the second to last day of autumn, so you already might experience some snow. I think we've seen some snow already.
Yeah.
Because it's the winter weather, which is blending in, of course, at the end of autumn a bit, like in real life. But that were the blizzards before as well, and they were at a higher probability, so I lowered them a lot because the blizzards are no fun yet because there is no clothing. The only thing you can do about the only thing you can do about the cold is either stay inside or bring enough food to make sure that you can keep up with your health and food and water bar. So I tried to take it out. The temperature drops are still there, but I guess there has to be some challenge to it, right?
Hey, Hamrod, welcome. How are you? He said this is awesome. Is it just PC or console? Butch asked.
It is only PC for now and probably for the foreseeable future. From a developer's perspective, bringing your game to consoles is super expensive because there's all kind of licensing that comes with it, as well as early access on a console is horrible to do because the updates. I've seen some games that try to do it, but then the console stays so long behind on the updates, and people get angry and sad and all stuff. So that's no good. Hey, old newbie, what's up?
Howdy, howdy, old newbie. How are
It's
you,
another.
darling? Thank you, Dragon. And I also want to take a second to thank John Tony, aka Bama Guy, because he's the one that put me and Thurston together. Because I didn't
Yes,
even know about this
John.
game until
Thirsty.
John had messaged me telling me about this game. So I want to make sure he gets a shout out too. I try and
Yes,
always give
John
credit
is a
where
good
it's
guy.
due.
Yeah, John has helped me out a lot in the future, as well as a content creator, as well as now as a developer. He indeed, I asked him to reach out to some of his contacts, which you were one of, and I'm glad he did. This Q&A is fun and might open up some other Q&As with other content creators. Somebody else was interested too, but never done it, so we'll see how that goes.
Hey, my
I
first
like it.
one, I had to literally jump in the deep end because it was with the infected, and there was hundreds of people in the stream, and I was freaking out the whole time, but you couldn't tell. Okay, let's get caught up on chat. Butch said, I'm a wish list to Steam. I'm actually interested in this game. Thanks for bringing this to your channel. You are more than welcome, Butch. Can't wait to see what you do with it on your channel. Simon said, my FPS changes from 45 to 78 depending on where and weather things. And then
Yeah.
all his graphic card stuff, which is like French to me, so I'm not going to read it. Anybody reading it that understands knows exactly what he's saying. Sounds like you're in Canada. And then old newbie shout out. That's good because I have no plans on going back to console. I will never play on console, but I have carpal tunnel, so I can't play with controllers. Okay.
Dang it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was reading chat and you're over here starving.
He's
bad.
thirsty mostly. Oh boy.
Mistakes were made. I hope y'all are liking and
If-
subscribing to this
if-
channel because this is good people. Thank you very much, Butch.
There you go, that's better. If you want to
And-
eat faster, by the way, like the berries, for example, you can also double click them faster.
You know, I've eaten random
basically eat
berries
them.
playing Ark and Atlas, and that never went well for me, but I will try.
These berries are mostly good. I don't think we have bad berries yet.
I like the yet.
Ah, it's broken.
Yeah.
I need to fix that.
Hey, we got that pirate back. Yay! I don't know why it delights me so much to hear the pirate voice, but I love it. Definitely gonna have to get this one, Jojo said. Oh, thanks, Jojo. Make sure y'all have hit exclamation mark winning if you want to enter the drawing. It's probably gonna be ending in a few moments, so I want to make sure everybody new to the stream gets in on it. I'm gonna die daily when I put it on my channel. Nah, you got this. Glad there's no car you can drive on the ocean. That's so me. Why do you think in most driving games I still walk everywhere? Because I will get there faster than trying to get the mechanics of car driving down in all these games. I do like the way 7 Days to Die did their car driving. That one was good.
This is an essential item.
Car driving is also on the list for a possible future
No
on the roadmap. Drivable cars. I just don't really know how we could do it yet. I'm thinking of putting a bridge somewhere to cross between the two mountain ranges, but I don't know yet. I'm more inclined to do rideable horses, but
Oh, that sounds better to me.
yeah, I thought so. A lot of people say that, and I agree. It also fits better in the whole
I was just going to
aesthetic.
say that, and with you being in the Forest Ranger, horses would be much more. It's only 5 in the morning. We are getting super tired though, but let's see. Can I fix that thing with the wrench I found? Let's go check. It's the first tool we found, so.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Are you going to add fishing? Hamrod asked.
Yes, it's on the list. Yes, I definitely want to. I think it really fits in the game well. The thing is, I have to find a good fishing system. As like I said before, I don't really build or create assets if I don't have to. If I can get them, that is easier and in the end cheaper time and thing wise. Um, but yeah, there will be definitely will be fishing. That would be such a calming experience.
Mm-hmm. Flying horse would be better, Dragon said. I did the voice line while having a cold, raspy voice and sounded like I had a. It's just the R at the beginning. It delights me. Did I come this way or did I come a different direction? I don't know which road to take. Uh-oh.
You
Six.
didn't come from here, but this is a good road to go to.
Okay, so
Well,
stay on
maybe
this
you
road.
came a little bit from here, but yeah, definitely.
Okay. I usually need to have the tool in my hand to fix with it. Oh, oh. You know what? You
Yeah, but
do have a point.
if you're leaving already, it's okay. You don't have to fix the generator. It's only useful when you're there.
Yeah, but I want to see what it does. Sometimes you don't think about like realistic ways to fix things when you're playing a game. You think of game ways, which is you just click on it.
Yeah, that's why I tried to make it a little bit more interactive.
Equip. Oh, I need to get that oil lantern off us anyway.
Oh, yes, that did it. It should work now.
Fix anything with a wrench in this game. Usually it's like a Phillips or a flathead or like a Swiss Army knife that is your go-to all-in-one tool. Okay, so what can we do? Oh, radio. I don't have anywhere.
What's the fun in
Okay.
that? Only finding one tool to do everything, huh?
Very true. We don't have any new tapes. There's a radio here. Anything else we could interact with while we're here? I guess if we come back through, because I'm going to walk us in circles, we'll have a place to sleep too.
Yeah, you might want to look around really well here because it is a radio tower after all.
Where are you hiding a tape?
Yeah, where would you hide a tape?
I even looked in the radio. Oh my
What is
goodness,
this?
so blind.
One of my oldest ones.
Literally blind as a bat, y'all. That blended very well, okay? That was tricky. You're a little cheaty in my opinion.
Hey, it shouldn't be too easy, right?
No, it should not. Let's put this tape in. This is a new one.
Tape number 13. Grandpa, so excited to let you know that we're on our way to come see you in just a couple weeks.
You know what would be really neat is if you had different voices for the tapes, like ages with her people, like a little kid on tape 1, somebody a little older on tape 2. You
Wait
can
until you
actually
find the
listen
tape.
to them. Oh, okay. Listen to them age up. Let me catch up on chat though. I'm really excited to try this one, and it's got great bones. I'm excited to see where the dev takes it. Indeed, me too.
Me too. Not kidding, I know where to go.
Usually when I fix
But
an
we're
electrical
always open
appliance.
to suggestions.
Oh, you do turn it on after you fix it? You know what?
Yeah.
Multitasking is not my thing. And to be fair, I am also doing this with incredible, horrible migraines. So, I am going to forget a lot of things that normally I'd be like, well, let's do this or try this.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, you're fine, you're doing great.
Shiny little generator.
Old Newbie asks if I fixed the sound disappearing. No, but we are getting, how do you say that? Pinpointed what causes it. We're getting closer to the cause. So it is a very difficult issue, but I think we're getting closer at least to the cause of it so we can then look into a solution. But it's apparently a very hard technical issue with the engine. And while I am quite technical, this is maybe going a little bit above and beyond for me as well. But I do not give up easily, so.
And then couch. I don't see anything else to interact with here.
But yeah, like Wanheda says, you're excited to see where we take the game. Well, so the thing is, this is a community project. I create this together with well, it used to be my YouTube community, but I guess everybody who likes the game or wants to play it is also joining into the suggestions panel, I guess you could call it. So if you have any suggestions or ideas for the future of the game or elements, feel free to help us out. You can do so by joining the Discord and find the correct channels to post into, or just discuss all things about the game if you want to. Yeah, we had already some great suggestions from players and viewers of other streams. So yeah, who knows? Maybe your idea will come into the game at some point.
What we do know is right now we have the last key to give away. So
Woo! Drum roll.
let's see. Pick a winner. Mayor Wade, if you were in the stream, please let me know. They should be able to drop a Discord link, Butch. If not, I can send it to you, and I can put it in the description below also. Let me know if you're here, Mayor Wade, so I can get your key sent over to you as soon as we end stream. Must be present to win, so just making sure.
Should I try to post the link to the Discord in the chat?
I have you available to post links since you were doing the Q&A, so you should be able to. But, you know,
Alright,
Streamlabs
let's
kind of does
try
its
it
own
out.
thing some days.
I posted it, yeah, and otherwise one of your mods should be able to drop it
Oh, that's
if they
true.
are here.
Yes, Dragon or Leon, if one of y'all can approve that once it goes through. Congrats, Mayor Wade. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. I can make invite from your Discord, by the way. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. So we'll follow the road for about 15 more minutes, see if anybody has any more questions before we wrap up the stream. But it's going pretty well. AON, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, old newbie, that is on purpose because I want people to come into the rules section of the Discord first. But in the rules section, there is a link that you can share to other people to have them join the Discord.
Oh, that's smart.
Done that with a reason. Yeah, a lot of people then try to create an invite for a specific channel, and then you get like, I don't know, 20 different invites for all different channels, and they completely pass everything else.
Oh, that's very true.
Yeah. Well, you can read the rules section, old newbie, I think, and you should be able. There is a link in there that you can copy and paste, and if then people click that link, they will basically get invited into the rules section, and from there they can go further. Should work.
19 people in the stream. Make sure y'all give a tap to that like button, but be gentle with it. She's a finicky one. And the link is in the description to Thurston's YouTube channel where you can watch the develop. Are you streaming this on YouTube or on Twitch when you do the development stuff? Or is it somewhere else?
Oh, here. No, you can't. I don't think you can in here, old newbie. I think that's because that is a good reason that just these people can't just drop links in live stream chats. But I don't know if mine came through earlier.
I didn't see
it. Doesn't even show up as a link.
Do you want to send it to me in DM and I can post it in my chat?
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Boop. Beep. Liana says it didn't. Okay, yeah. It happens. It happens.
Let's copy this. And I'll also put it in the description below for people that are coming in later.
Yeah, sounds good.
I gotta get over to my YouTube channel, my alternate account. I don't know why I can't type in the Streamlabs on my stream on like my second monitor. It doesn't allow me to. Okay, close this chat when I'm streaming. So
yeah, Streamlabs is a little. How do you say that? Is a little finicky for me as well. I have the Prime version actually. I pay yearly for their Prime functions, but I'm not really sure if I think that I should keep on doing that.
Thank you, Dragon. Oh, let me see.
That worked. People are coming in now. Nice.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for joining.
Thank you, Ramrod, for throwing a like. I appreciate you. You should have perms on my channel, old newbie. I only gave it to like 5 content creators that I trust that won't like come spam me or self-promote and do all that craziness. Like, I don't mind the self-promotion when it's somebody in the community, But I've had a couple that come in and just spam their channel back to back to back when I'm trying to stream, and all those people got the door.
As they should.
Yeah, it's. I already gave them a shout out and everything, but when you're gonna just start spamming your link, no, that's not okay.
No,
A, it's a
I
distraction
agree.
to people trying to talk in chat, and B, it's a distraction to me when I'm trying to stream and I have to stop to keep removing all these comments.
Oh, that's that is because there is the link gets shortened somehow, but if you just finish it with stun, then it works.
Did it shrink it in the description too, or just in the chat? Where? I think I missed the road.
No, the description works.
Okay, good. Oh, I see a sign.
But
over
that's
there.
okay. You can just go to the description.
Any last questions before we end stream?
Yeah, chat. Any last question? Come on, bring it on.
And
I'm
hey,
here now.
maybe we could do a follow-up Q&E in like a month or so once he's got more done and
Definitely,
got
yeah.
more plans.
Love
I think
it.
that'd be fun. Set that up for in about a month.
Could I explain the icons in the lower right? Yes, I can. So currently you see the health bar in red, stamina in yellow, hunger in green. The blue is thirst, and below that should be a purple bar with fatigue, which is completely drained currently. And above that you see the perceived temperature. So on the top left, you see the actual outside temperature. The perceived temperature is what the character feels. So when he goes inside a building, it's a little more isolated. When he's closer to a fire, he's warmer. And that is the temperature in Celsius. I'm sorry, I'm European. I don't know freedom units.
I was gonna ask, are you gonna put that in settings to change to?
Yeah, I want to do that in the future. I'm also looking into localization to be able to do translations, but currently most of the systems aren't set up like that.
Yeah.
So I'm working on adding that. And then above the perceived temperature is, for now, you see that the character is cold. And that's normal because it's -7, so it's 7 degrees below freezing. And of course, fatigued and tired. And there can be all kinds of different ones there. When you're hungry, it will show up. If you're thirsty, if you're on fire, it will say that you're too hot, I guess. So it's basically just your status effects that will show up there in an icon. And most of the time, it will say underneath it in text what it is. But I've heard a lot of people already saying that the letters are too small. So we might have to look into UI scaling at some point.
See if we can get to a radio tower before we end.
Yeah,
Get this
go
fatigue
ahead.
off of us.
Base building, crafting. There is limited crafting right now in the form of cooking. I am currently working on a tree chopping system, which will give you an axe as a tool. And that axe has a durability which you have to repair, so it's not straight up crafting, but you will have to repair it. But there will be more crafting along the way, and there will also be building. I am not sure if it's going to be actual base building. There will probably be some sort of thing in the future. I'm thinking, so this is just me thinking out loud. I'm not saying that this is what it's going to be, but it's just what I'm thinking about trying to accomplish. So don't hold me to it, but I'm thinking of creating a certain area somewhere where you have to clear out the forest a bit and then build a cabin for someone who wants to move to the valley or something, right? So there's some area somewhere that has a good point of view or whatever, a good environment, and then you have to chop some trees down, and then you can build a cabin. Then you will find on your journey through the valley, you will find crafting recipes for furniture. Because Theodore is not a carpenter, so he doesn't know how to build a chair, but maybe he can learn. And then you can build furniture to put in the cabin. And of course, you can decide to live there yourself as well. So that is something that I'm thinking of in the future, but that's why on the Steam store page, the building system is also with an asterisk of about that I need to look into how I can fit it into the story of the game. But yeah, there are possibilities. I'm gonna read back into chat to see if there are any more good questions. Mm, mm,
You shall
mm,
start the Celsius crew. No, Fahrenheit.
mm.
I will fight you.
Thanks for having us. The game is looking great. Yeah.
Which is funny because most games I play, I have to look up settings because they're always by default in Celsius for some reason. Okay, that's end of the road. We missed a radio tower. When
Yeah,
it
if you go
snows, you lose
back,
the road.
if you go back on the road, you will come at a T section with a light post with a dirt road. If you follow the dirt road, you will hit the radio tower.
Okay.
And you could see this on the map if you had found the map yet, but yeah, I'm helping you out now. um, Butch says I'll probably have more questions when I buy the game, like how to stay alive. We actually have a section in the Discord server called Help. So if you get stuck or you don't know how to do certain things, feel free to post your questions in there about in-game stuff. Or I guess, yeah, mostly for in-game stuff. And in the discussions, you can also talk about the game, of course. Um, let's see. Yeah, the text is extremely small. Yeah, I've heard that before, so I will look into that. Yeah, Robbie, I agree because it takes place in Yosemite National Park. Fahrenheit should be a setting as well. That's true, and yeah, I just basically need to add a setting for it and a conversion, and then that should be a possibility. And yeah, I'll look into it, or just convert to the superior metric system. But no, it's kidding.
European wins this
Will
one.
you
You won the
will you
battle.
add multiple saves? That is something. So I'm currently rebuilding the base code of the game, and I'm also going to use a different save system, which will hopefully make stuff a lot easier to save and also maybe a bit faster because it takes like a few milliseconds or a second, which is noticeable when you click save. I do not like, so I am looking into that. Yes, I would like to do that.
I think so too, Liana.
Yeah, I think there's like two or three countries that actually use Fahrenheit. I believe in UK they use both, from top of my mind. But yeah, pretty accurate. But since I see from the statistics that I think about what was it? Well, a pretty high percentage of the current players is American, so
Aw.
it's actually 51% of the copies sold are to people in the US. So I guess we'll have to help you guys out.
He's like, or I'm going to make you learn how to convert it yourself. Math is not always bad.
Uh, First, I need to know how to do the math, and that's gonna be a
Right?
challenge. So I'm not gonna
I,
help
I
you
just
learn.
I just ask my phone when I have to convert it, or Alexa.
Yeah, yeah, same. The
Some
last one
smart
mostly.
device in my home, please tell me what Fahrenheit Celsius calculation is.
Yeah. We often enough are just like when I'm talking to the guys about the development, and then we're talking about something like that, and I'm like, yeah, but how much is that though? And then I have a small dot one next to me here in the office, so I'll just yell behind me like, hey, what's it's really useful.
Yes.
Yeah, true, Frost. I guess so.
Ugh, I'm thirsty.
Oh, I'm
Ah,
horrible about feeding you and
you might
watering
have
you.
passed it already.
I didn't see
I'm
any tea
not
in the
sure.
road.
No, it's a very subtle T. It's like the asphalt turns into a dirt road, and there's a light post at the other side of the asphalt. But might have been that you're just taking it easy and that you're not there yet. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's too tired to let him keep running, or I'm gonna end up fainting
Do
or
you have yellow
something.
berries on you?
Yes.
Okay. Look at their stats.
Oh, so +9 to fatigue.
And energy. That's the yellow one. That's the important one for running.
Nice. Okay, let's go back because I've been
Almost
walking.
almost all food gives you fatigue, but there's only a few products that will give you some energy.
Snowing again, so I'm not going to see the road. No, I haven't found the map yet. We might not make it to the radio tower before ending stream. I need to take some meds for this migraine, so.
I think it might be up to the left here. I'm not sure. The bigger clearing through between the trees. Yeah, that's it. I think. Or is that the asphalt road? Oh, no, it is. Oh, okay, never mind. Just kidding. You could also, but that's a little trickier, of course, just cut through the forest.
We're doing it.
Okay. It's also easier to forage, to go off-road. It's
Yes.
trickier with finding your and navigating, but you will find so much good stuff.
Especially with the compass
Or-
a little more realistic and
Yeah.
wonky. That's going to take some adapting too. The more you play, though, the easier you'll adapt.
I want to say, though, that you have to go more towards the south, but it feels so weird. If you're on the road, if you're on the asphalt road, the radio tower should be on your south. But you're going south now, so that's good, I guess. Southeast. Shh, old newbie, don't tell her. Oh, I think that's a road there. Or is it the same road? Yeah, that's the same road. Hey.
I think that's the same road after the turn.
Okay, then it might be good actually. Maybe we're on the wrong side of the road. Oh, berry bushes.
I'm imagining the mushroom soup is a thermos rather than in a thermos rather than a bowl. Probably, so it stays warmer longer. Will you be
Could do
adding
that, yeah.
DLCs?
No. Good question, Butch. No. I personally, as a gamer and a decent person, hate DLCs and the whole idea about it.
Agreed.
Unless it adds a lot of it, but I mean, if you look at the game The Witcher 3, for example, then DLCs aren't too bad because you basically, Dying Light, the first one, you basically get a complete game in the DLC. That is good. Talking about other games like The Sims, for example, where they have 20 million stuff packs and other packs that will just drain your bank account. I don't like it. So no, we don't do DLCs. We will do. Oh, here's a road, a path. This is good. Nice. So no, we will do content updates. The updates themselves will be, I'd like to say, free to the game, but the base price of the game might increase depending on the amount of content added. I think you are going back to the road now. If you turn around, you go to the radio tower.
I was expecting that. I was like, watch, whichever way I pick, it's going to be the wrong way.
And I'm only saying that because I know that the radio tower is a little bit lower on the hill than the road. So downhill should be the right way. But I'm also getting a bit turned around because I'm reading chat and.
Yep. Yosemite hilarity at half.
Yeah, that's a new DLC. Nice.
You said bottom of a hill.
Yeah, I think it's right ahead. You're going the correct way now.
Oh, I see a sign. I saw the sign.
A sign? Oh my god. Okay.
The compulsion to pick up things that highlight, I can't stop it, so.
Oh, that's the sign over there. Okay, yeah, you need to keep right of the sign. Otherwise, you go to the placeholder cabin again. Wow, we really got turned around then. Jeebus. Okay.
It's the disappearing road in the winter. Or in the snow. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Mhm.
Which is neat though that you can disorient yourself when the road gets covered and you don't really know where you're going. So that's when you got to rely more on the compass or just wandering aimlessly until you find the right spot.
Yeah, so the first DLC will be Snow Shoveling Sim inside Yosemite Forest Ranger. You can shovel all the snow off of the trail paths, but be sure to not take any sticks along with it, otherwise you will... I'm just kidding, I don't know. No, I like that too. It's realistic, I guess, to have snow on the trails. And the sticks are still sticking through. If you look really closely, there's like some stick debris on the actual trails, which are not in the grass. So I
Yeah,
always, if I need to follow a road for a playtest or something, I always try to find the sticks sticking through the snow and such.
the steaks. Steaks are the key. Sounds like real life, right? Okay, we're coming to a lower hill, so maybe we're coming up on it. Now I know the steaks are the key.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, at first in an earlier version, the path was basically just a different color of the rest. For me, it was fine, but all my playtesters said it was too invisible. And then you need to listen to the people instead of
Hmm.
yourself, which is hard.
I mean, unless you're making a game that you only want you to enjoy and be able to play and understand. And
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. But it's just the whole idea of um like admitting that you might not. I mean, in the beginning, I had a bit harder time to admit or convince myself that my ideas are not always the best. You know, it's yeah. That sounds so maybe a little bit egotastic or whatever you call it. But I mean, I was like, how can you not see this? I see the pet everywhere. But yeah, if other people have trouble seeing it, I mean, that's who you're creating the game for. I mean, it's not so I can just keep on playing the game that I'm building because it gets boring real fast. People don't develop your own game. But
Joe
yeah.
just said, "Okay, you guys win. Just take my money. Geez, back off to buy it." Nice, Jojo. Well, I'm sure he appreciates that.
Thank you, Joe. I do. I really do. Yes. And like I said, all the revenue from the game's sales go straight back into the development process. I said it earlier in the stream for everybody who just
Oh,
joined later. I'm not looking to make a profit of this game, of course. Well, of course. I mean, I'm not looking to make a profit of this. Everybody who is helping out with this game and working on it does it so voluntarily in their own free time. For me as well, I do this next to my day job as a cybersecurity officer. Um, and it's basically just a passion project. So all the revenue will go straight back into the further development of the game, which can be buying assets or hiring experts on some anything, animations, game mechanics, coding, anything. Yeah.
yeah, found the radio tower, but it's the one we left earlier, so we walked
Yeah, that's
ourselves in a big giant circle. That's okay.
yeah.
It
The
gives
only
us a
way to
place.
otherwise you have to either scale down the mountain, which is at your own risk, or you have to take the long path all the way down through that the mountains back into the valley.
Okay.
You might
Well,
have
it
to.
gives us a
Oh,
place to
nice.
do to catch up in the next stream.
Yeah.
So don't forget to tap the like button on y'all's way out. Congratulations again to Mac and to Mayor Wade. Sorry, I was reading the chat and speaking what I was reading. For winning keys, I'll get those sent out now. And again, thank you very much to Thurston for coming to do the Q&A with us.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I enjoyed it.
Me
It's
too. I
nice to do this.
appreciate it. Always remember when gaming, have fun, play hard, but in real life, be the change you wish to see in the world. Later, y'all.